Hello, hello, students of summer 2020. I am David Williams, Dr. Williams to my family and my friend. I have one. This is a welcome video for business ethics, BUSA 3070, section 01, letter O, indicating it's 100% online. No need to visit the campus or any testing centers. I've been teaching this course about 7 years now in the summer. Teach it. Generally, I'm a marketing professor during the year, and I teach principles of marketing, sports marketing, marketing strategy, and social media marketing. That's it about me. The syllabus has been posted. I'm going to go over it in just a minute. But first, I would like to point you to the learning management system, which you're probably right now, D2L, or as our system calls it, Georgia View for some reason. It's actually D2L Brightspace, which stands for Desire to Learn. Not as a student asked me one time how to access Down to Learn. I hope everybody is down to learn, but it's Desire to Learn. This will be this is the learning management system for the college. It'll be my primary method of communication with classes during the year and certainly this summer. So if you're not familiar with D2L, you need to be familiar with it if you want to pass this class. I have posted a how-to video already about updating your profile and adding a picture, which you can see. I posted it under announcements. I will be posting some additional how-to videos. They're very short, usually 3 minutes or less, covering topics like how to subscribe to the calendar so that items and due dates and things for the course will appear in your calendar on your phone or on your other device. However many calendars you have, they sync up. That way you don't miss anything. And also how to turn on notifications when I post an announcement or an assignment or a due date or something like that. You will get a notification, however you choose, text, email, whatever. So when I post those over the next day or two, probably, you should watch them and do it, because being up to date on the D2L is important to passing the class and to not having to email me with questions about things that are already addressed on D2L. Again, that's my primary source of communication with you. I did mass email everybody, both classes, fix my hair, a couple days ago, but that will be rare to non-existent because I don't like blowing up people's email inboxes, because I don't like mine being blown up. So I try not to do that. So visit the Business Ethics 010 D2L site at least daily, not a couple times a day. Even I visit it more than daily. And I'm the one that's setting it up. So there is where your information will be. The syllabus, or the initial syllabus, I'm going to make a couple of wording changes, but nothing major, was posted on Sunday, I believe. And I'm just going to highlight a couple of items. I have it here in my hot hands. A couple items here that I'm not going to read it to you because you can read. But just to emphasize a couple of items. So you'll notice on the third page, yours will not be highlighted, it has my name and my cell phone number. Email is not a synchronous communication. I do not have my alert set on my phone, so when I get an email, that I will hop up from whatever I'm doing to read it, because most of them are just junk. That's a great way. You can communicate with me that way if you want to, but I hope that you would review the syllabus and look on D2L for the answers first before firing off an email from your mobile device, while you're out at the club. But all I ask is I give you my cell phone number. I would ask that you text it first and announce yourself, because chances are you're not in my contact list. So if you have an issue or a question, you can text me, and I'll probably text you back in short order, because I will see those quicker than I will an email. My email address is on here, dlwilliams@daltonstate.edu. You should always use that email address. Do not email through GeorgiaView/Desire to Learn. Those emails, I don't know where they go. I will also not email you through there, because it takes your Dalton State email and adds something Georgia View something racket at the end of it, and I don't know where they go or how you read them, and it doesn't sync up with the regular college email system, though they say every year that it's about to. So use dlwilliams@daltonstate.edu if you need to get in touch with me about that. I will be using Collaborate for virtual office hours. I will post that schedule on there. Virtual office hours means that I will be available during the times that I post. I generally give a morning opportunity and an afternoon opportunity. I haven't decided, but I'll post what that is, and you can, on D2L, go to the Content tab, click on Collaborate Ultra, join the room, and I'll be there, or I'm nearby. If you need to or want to ask me a question, check in about something, or whatever you want to do, you just need someone to chat with, you can do that. And the virtual office hours will be through Collaborate. I also may incorporate Microsoft Teams in the course, but I haven't decided yet. But I will let you know. I'll let you know that. The text is Farrell, Frederick, and Farrell, Business Ethics, Ethical Decision Making Cases, 12th edition SimGauge. Here it comes. Ready? Ooh. Okay. So you can probably use the 11th edition. I'm sure you can. Just make sure the chapters sync up, because I'm not going to be using the cases. So therefore, it should be the same. You may, I don't know how you would pass the course without the textbook, but that's up to you. Now, MindTap is required for this course, because that is where the chapter quizzes and the exams are. You can't pass the class without taking the chapter quizzes and the exams. So MindTap is required. Now, I believe with your MindTap subscription, I believe you get access to an ebook. So there's your book situation right there. If you want a hard copy, I'm sure you can find it on Amazon, pretty cheap, the 12th edition or the 11th edition. But anyway, MindTap is required for the course. So if you don't have a MindTap subscription before the first quizzes are due, which is Sunday night at 11:59 p.m., then you'll miss that. So anyway, you can see that the grade determination on the exams, a midterm, 8 chapter quizzes, because there's 8 weeks. There's a chapter a week. So we're going to cover 8 chapters. Each of those quizzes counts 5% or 40% of the grade. The midterm exam is 20%. The final exam is not comprehensive. It will cover chapters 6, 11, and 12. So if the one you're looking at has not had that change reflected on it, it will shortly. And then there is a pack back discussion. For those of you who've had me before, you know what that is. For those of you who have not, I will post a. You've already got an invitation from them to join the. I think they call it a community. But loosely, here's the way it works. If you receive or try to receive the full amount of credit for a week, you'll post a question and you'll reply to 2 others. Each time you post a question or a reply, it's graded, right, based on an algorithm as to how good it was. They assign a curiosity score and some other things. But loosely, if you post a question that's closed-ended and not very curious, like, why is the sky blue? Actually, that'd probably not terrible, but the sky is blue. Do you agree? Yes or no? That wouldn't be a good question. So you'll see how it works. You'll get better as it moves along, but each week there'll be a discussion, an opportunity for discussion. So each week you should post a question based on the content of the chapter for that week, and then read some other posts and reply to ones that are interesting to you to apply to. So the minimum is one question, 2 replies. Or you don't have to do it all and you'll get zeros. It's 15% of the grade, so you really don't want to take a 0. So I'll give you an example that you can't use for chapter 1 or week 1 pack back discussions. You could, the book talks about social responsibility. Friedman argued that businesses shouldn't care about social responsibility. They should just run their businesses according to the law. And if their employees want to give money to charity, they should do it there. The business shouldn't do it. It's bad for the stakeholders. That's an argument that's been going on for a long time. You could post a question about that. Or suppose you have a business that's not, that some people wouldn't view as socially responsible, like a hookup site for grandmas. Yeah, grandma hookup.net. It's not illegal for granny to hook up, but you might, I don't want my granny to hook up, and you might not want yours either, but it's not illegal, but is it responsible socially to offer a site like that and to advertise it? You can base a question around that. So anyway, pack back. They have plenty of explanatory videos on their site, and you can call them. That's who you should call with pack back questions. They're very nice, and they answer the phone, and they will take care of your phone calls or emails immediately and straighten out whatever you need straightened out. They are super good. If you miss an assignment, there's a minimum 20%, or if you're late on one, there's a minimum 20% grade deduction. So if you're late on a bunch of them, it certainly would impact your grade, even one of them, to take a deduct that you don't want to. The purpose of the course is it's required. That's why everybody's in this course. There may be somebody in here who's just thirsting for knowledge about business ethics, and you should. But if we just keep it real, the reason that 9.9% of you are in this class is required to get your degree. Why is it required? In an AACSB accredited business program, which we are, we will address during the course. I talked about due dates. You'll see on the next to the last page the tentative class schedule. It says tentative because I may change it, although I won't. I don't believe I will. But you can see how it lines out week by week, 8 weeks. And the chapters we're going to cover. There's a quiz for each chapter. Then we'll have a midterm during week 5 and a final exam in what's being called week 9, which is due, I believe, July 16th. But you can see all the due dates on MindTap. And if you want to work ahead, you're welcome to. That's up to you. You can't work ahead on the pack-back discussions, but on the MindTap stuff, you can. All right. So anyway, that's kind of loosely how it will work. And again, I am David Williams, and I will try not to antagonize you, and you try not to antagonize me, and we will try to learn something during the summer, and try to have as much fun as you can have in school, in summer school. And again, check in on D2L at least once a day. That's a minimum. Better to do it more than that. So after that, you'll see more stuff populate on D2L over the next hours or days, and keep up. And we'll see you on the internet. All right. Take care. Be safe. Wash those hands.